Okay, so the lower layer of teeth, the bottom row, it has a little bit of light gray on it. So just use what's on your blending stump and try to just get a little light gray in there. Now, as far as the upper row of teeth, we don't want to make like little lines and separations in between each and every one of them, because it's going to be too dark and it's going to look like you have individual pieces of like chiclets in your mouth. So what I'm doing is just putting a little bit of gray from the blending stump right here to separate the front two teeth. And then this tooth on this side, we got a little bit of gray, just very, very slight gray. And really that's just coming off what's on my blending stump, and I'm not pressing down too hard. To separate that tooth from the other one, just a little bit of line, but the line created with the blending stump again, this tooth is a little pushed back and on the darker side of your face, so we want to add a little bit of gray over there, but we don't want to obviously overdo it. Too much over here, no one wants to have little black teeth on your picture. So, and then obviously on this side where there's a little bit more contrast underneath there, I'll put a little bit more, but we're just hinting at the teeth. The biggest thing I can tell you when you're working on those, don't overdo them. Don't add too much. If you want to kind of hint at a little separation here for the lower teeth, that's totally fine. On this side, there's barely a difference. All right, just a little bit right where the teeth there, and you can see you don't need much over there for people to understand. Well, that's your mouth and that's your teeth. This last couple on this side, there's a little bit more darkness underneath there, and for me, honestly, I would probably leave that as is, adding just a little bit more to separate that lower row from the rest of the mouth. And then when we're looking at the lower lip, we got a lot of shading on one side, we got a lot of brightness on the other. You know, all the little like lines and little creases of the mouth. I don't know, you don't have to go crazy getting all that information in there, but I do want you to get the basic grays that go on there. So I'm going to put down a little bit of gray, especially on that lower part of the lip, and then more importantly, the skin tone underneath the lip. Especially on this side is definitely one of the darker areas right here underneath the middle of the lip and towards the side. And again, don't outline stuff. You know, don't outline those areas. It's just a subtle difference between one part being a little bit darker than the other. So I'm gonna work on that lower lip. I hope that that was a good enough demo for you for the teeth. Again, I could go in there and spend an hour working on the teeth if I really wanted to, but to get the basic feel of them, uh, again, I used mostly just the lead that was already on my blending stump. So don't go crazy adding a ton of dark pencil marks in and around the mouth. You're not going to like the results over there. And again, just take a look. The most important part is that really that you get those separations in with the gums above it. The gums are dark enough to separate the lip from the teeth. And then this is really just a little hint at each one of those. When somebody's looking at this as a viewer, they will very clearly understand those are your teeth and everything else like that. You don't have to draw every single last one of them out. All right, and look at, there's a lot of gray and shading on your face, so don't be afraid to add a little bit more. Okay, I'll even just use the blending stump here to kind of hint at a couple little textures. And that's really all you need. All right, hope that was helpful. Don't make it too dark, especially the mouth. We can always come back and darken that up later on. All right, I'm going to post this and do your best with it.